The year is over, and it's time for another top 10 list of the best looking and sounding 4K Blu-rays of 2018. So open your eyes and ears. These are the best looking and sounding movies this year, according to us. What's going on, guys? I'm Shane, and welcome to Spare Change. If you're an audio and video enthusiast and want to keep up with the latest in AV tech and highest quality movies, consider hitting that subscribe button for new weekly content. Alright, so this list is going to be our picks on what we think is the best for video and audio together, and has nothing to do with how good or bad the actual movie is. I repeat, this list is only about audio and video. It also has to be in one of the new immersive formats, either Dolby Atmos or DTS-X. 5.1 or 7.1 mixes will not be on the list. Sorry, Nolan fans. With that being said, kicking off the list at number 10 is Jurassic World: Fallen Kingdom. We gave this one a 9 for audio and an 8.9 for video. This one's in DTS-X and has some great height effects. Pterodactyls can be heard flying overhead, and that scene underwater creates a real good submersive feeling. And who doesn't like bass so good? Feels like real dinosaurs are running through the living room. Video is solid here with a clean, sharp presentation. The HDR in this, in either Dolby Vision or HDR10, gave colors a noticeable improvement over its 1080p version. This was shot in 6.5 and 3.4K. It's got an aspect ratio of 239:1, so there are black bars in this one. In at number 9, we have one of my favorite wartime movies, Fury. We gave this one a 9.5 for audio and an 8.7 for video. If you've got yourself a worthy subwoofer, you need to have this movie in your collection. Bass response in this is violent, loud, and digs very deep. Atmos sound movement amongst speakers is top-notch. Left, right, front, back, overhead, you should get it just for the audio. Video quality in this may not be for everyone because there is some heavy film grain, but if you like a gritty visual aesthetic with some deep contrasty black levels, then I think you'll thoroughly enjoy the look of this film. It was shot on 35mm and has a 4K DI. Aspect ratio is 235:1, so this has got black bars too. At number 8 is everyone's favorite comic book movie, Justice League. We gave this a 9 for audio and a 9 for video. The audio here is in Dolby Atmos and it's an active mix throughout. There's tons of demo-worthy moments with laser beams and parademons moving around each speaker, and bass response hit hard. Video quality has some eye-blinding HDR with bold, vivid colors that pop off the screen. This movie was shot on 35mm and has a 2K DI. It's got an aspect ratio of 185:1, so you will get a full-screen image with no black bars if you're watching on your television. Up next at number 7 is another comic book movie, The Avengers. We gave this one a 9 for audio and a 9.2 for video. This has an Atmos track with some excellent height effects. Sound panning between speakers was seamless, and the musical score was wide and spacious. Video quality in this was sharp, crisp, and noticeably better than the 1080p Blu-ray. CGI effects looked picture perfect, and there was just the right amount of HDR to give the image a natural look with some standout spectral highlights. The movie was shot in 2.8K with a 2K DI. Aspect ratio is 185:1, so no black bars in this one too. Coming in at number 6 is the classic Saving Private Ryan. We gave this a 9.5 for audio and a 9 for video. This film was upgraded to a new Dolby Atmos mix, and it's a standout. The beach scene is straight demo material. Bullets and gunfire move around the listening area with precision, and bass response hit hard. Video quality in this isn't 4K razor sharp, and there is some film grain since it was shot on film, but it is a nice upgrade over the standard Blu-ray with richer colors thanks to HDR's wider color gamut, and fine details were rendered excellently in those close-up and background shots. This was shot on 35mm with the 4K DI. Aspect ratio is 185:1, so once again, you'll get a full screen image here too. At number 5 is Ready Player One. We gave this a 9.5 for audio and a 9 for video. This one has a very fun, active Dolby Atmos mix with tons of demo material. That battle scene on Planet Doom is a surround sound extravaganza. Laser beams and explosions bombard you from every speaker. And there's some killer bass response here, so be sure to glue down all your dishes. Video quality we thought was an interesting choice, moving between film grain grittiness in the real world and 4K digital crispiness in the Oasis parts of the movie. HDR makes the image jump off the screen with ultra bright and bold colors, so be sure to have those sunglasses handy. Ready Player One was shot on 35mm and 2.8K. It's also got a 2K DI. It has an aspect ratio of 239:1, so you will have black bars in this one. In at number 4 is A Quiet Place. We gave this a 10 for audio and a 9.2 for video. This has a Dolby Atmos mix, which I thought was flawless. It's all about the subtleties in this one. Delicate sounds placed throughout the room create some great tension in this. It's not always about a loud, bombastic mix, and I think this Atmos mix proves that. Video quality can be a little grainy at times, but I think it adds to the visual experience. There's some excellent HDR color and contrast with a nice level of fine line detail. This was shot on 35mm and has a 2K DI. Aspect ratio is 239:1, so you can expect black bars in this one. At number 3, we have Terminator Genisys. We gave this a 10 for audio and a 9.2 for video. This has a Dolby Atmos mix, which is straight demo material. Overhead effects are used a ton here, with lasers, explosions, and helicopters moving in and around each speaker. Bass response is reference quality here, with ultra low bass notes and some full body slam. Video quality is razor sharp and 4K clean, so no film grain here. Details are abundant and HDR is bright, bold, and eye-blinding. It was shot in 2.8 and 3.4K with a 2K DI. Aspect ratio is 235:1, so expect some letterboxing. We're getting closer to number 1. At number 2, we have Pacific Rim Uprising. We scored this a 9.7 for audio and a 9.7 for video. This has a Dolby Atmos track with some aggressive usage of overhead channels during the big action scenes. Buildings collapse from the height channels, and sound movement between speakers were spot on. Bass response is demo-worthy, can definitely shake the house. Now this is an HDR showcase. The color palette is rich, bold, and vivid, and can get super bright. Images just pop off the screen with 3-dimensional quality. If you need to show off that new 4K display, I think this is a safe choice. This was shot in 2.8 and 3.4K with the 2K DI. Aspect ratio is 239:1, so you will get black bars in this one. And now for number 1. I think you know what it is. Yeah, it's Blade Runner 2049. I know this film isn't for everyone, but there's no denying this is a 4K clean, crisp, sharp, and detailed presentation. HDR brings out those shadowy details, and the neon colors jump off the screen. And just like its visuals, the Dolby Atmos mix is equally impressive. The musical score is soft and subtle, and can get loud and bombastic. Sounds pan through every speaker, and soundstage is wide and very spacious. Your speakers should disappear into the room with this mix. This was the only movie on the list that we gave a perfect score for both audio and video, both a 10. Blade Runner 2049 was shot in 3.4 and 2.8K with a 4K DI. Aspect ratio is 239:1, so there are black bars with this one as well. So that's our list of the top 10 best looking and sounding 4K Blu-rays of 2018. Again, some of these movies may not be the best plot-wise, but we think they are the best for audio and video. So let us know what's on your list. Did you think we should have included something else, or should we take something off? Sound off below and leave us a comment. Now, if you want to pick up any of these titles, we'll leave some links to them in the description. It does help out the channel by using those links, which helps us bring you more content like this. Be sure to check out our social media links, and if you're not a subscriber, go on and hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you guys again in the next video.